Aren't you also shocked when you hear about people trying to manifest their twin flame since 10, 20, 30 years? Wouldn't you give anything to make it as fast as possible, avoiding all the mistakes that those people did before you? Perfect. This was also my approach. I studied very carefully all the other twin flame couples that were on my journey from Twin Flame Universe. If so many people went already through that, why do you have to repeat it again? There is a way for you to make it easy, as I did it. I healed through the third party situation in 1 year, and I manifested my true twin flame right after that. The reason why I managed to do that was because I didn't waste any time in trying to reinvent the wheel. I just followed those that were successful. I looked at those that were not successful, and I only took the advices and the lessons from those that made it, so that I avoided a lot of mistakes. I learned my lessons very quickly, and I proceeded very fast on my journey. So let me show you what are the common mistakes and lessons that you can avoid today, so that you can manifest your twin flame union as fast as possible the way I did it. The first lesson, that if you don't learn, you will never be able to have a peaceful relationship with your twin flame or even manifest them in your life. And this is ingrained within the third party situation. So if your twin flame is with somebody else or married to somebody else, and it is that you see love or men in general as your objective in life. You chase men, you've chased men your whole life, which means that at the core you see men as your source of love, meaning that you think that without a man in your life you wouldn't be happy, you wouldn't be loved, you wouldn't have all the things that a man can give you. So basically you are looking for everything: love, validation, protection, support from a man external to you. This is highly repellent from your twin flame. Your twin flame will never give anything to you unless you give it to yourself first. This is the first lesson that anyone needs to learn on the twin flame journey. If you keep treating your twin flame like an external person, like somebody that has to give all those things to you, otherwise you will never be happy, I promise you, your twin flame will keep running from you forever. If it's with another person, will stay in that relationship forever until you learn this lesson. This was a lesson that I learned while I was moving through the third party situation with my false twin flame for over 1 year. The moment I learned this lesson, that was when I was able to transcend the situation very quickly and to completely snap out of this brainwash concept that we have as women, that men are our source of happiness, our source of love. That's not true. As a woman, you need to learn to give everything to yourself first, and it's so easy. We are made for that. It's just that society doesn't tell us. Society teaches us that we need to receive everything from a man, which is not true. If you are able to give yourself everything, the peace that you deserve, the love that you deserve, to provide for yourself financially, to live for yourself first, you will be so peaceful and happy with your life that your twin flame cannot avoid but be manifested into reality and amplify all of those things that you give it to yourself. But they don't come from your twin flame. They come from within, from source, from God, because you have cultivated that within yourself. So this is the first requirement that you need to work on to manifest your twin flame. So you can stop right now to see your twin flame as your source of happiness, your source of love, because they are not. They simply amplify what you already cultivated within you. The second point, and the moment I understood this, it's what allowed me to move so quickly that you would never believe it. You have to do the healing. You cannot possibly manifest or be with your twin flame if you don't do the healing. It means that, for example, your twin flame is with somebody else. Like, I moved through that. That was my core block, my core mountain I had to move through. Your twin flame, let's say, is married to somebody else. He's showing you something. You cannot just say, oh, but they're married with somebody, they don't want to be with me, you know, I just hope that one day they will realize and they will choose me. They're mirroring something from within you. So you have to go within and find what are those things in your life that are manifested as your twin flame choosing somebody that is not you. So you have to do the healing on all of those things. And the healing is done simply with the mirror exercise, which is the only spiritual tool that I teach and that you need to manifest your twin flame union. You find, as always, all my links below, and you can download this for free. So if you avoid to move through the feelings, if you keep focusing on the external reality, oh, he's with somebody else, he doesn't want to be with me, he denies our relationship. If you keep focusing on that, the situation will never change. You have to mirror that within yourself and heal it with the mirror exercise. There is no way around it, I promise you. If you truly want to be with your twin flame, you need to do the healing work around these feelings with the mirror exercise. The moment you start doing it very quickly, everything will change. You will really proceed forward. That is the next step that is presented to you to be with your twin flame. I will tell you, so I've been pretty much 1 year in separation. Like the first months, I was doing the healing, but only on the things that I chose. So there were some things that were very uncomfortable for me to move through, and I pushed them away all the time. The situation didn't change. I didn't proceed further. Only the moment that I took those situations, I took those upset, those things that were so painful, and I moved through those, that's when I could proceed further. So the moment you start doing healing consistently, everything will move very quickly, and it's possible to do it very easily and very quickly with the right tools and the right support. The moment I started to do the healing very consistently and I started to work with a coach every single week, that's when everything shifted. Like in 2 months, I did all the work that I was about to do for 8 months, pretty much. So things really started to change. I healed the third-party situation. I released my false twin flame, and a few days after, my true twin flame entered my life, free like a bird. So it's up to you to do the healing. Don't wait on the outside to change. Don't wait on your twin flame to do something. You have to go within and do the healing. The third lesson, that the fastest you learn, the better you will be, is that this journey cannot be done alone. I mean, you can do it, but you probably will obtain the same results of the people that did it. That will take maybe the whole life. It took me 8 months to realize this. As I said, I was 8 months into pretty much hell. And I said this in many of my videos. Everything changed when I claimed my support. I invested in Twin Flame Ascension School and with my coach. Manifesting your Twin Flame union is exactly like giving birth to a baby. It's exactly the same thing. So you can do it alone. So think about it, being pregnant and just being alone, doing it alone from your home. Like, how do you do it? Do you even know about pregnancy, how to birth a baby? Do you know anything about it? You are basically doing all the research on your own, trying to figure it out, but you don't know anything. You've never done it. So either it's really going to be painful on yourself, really heavy, and maybe at the birth, maybe even be complications because you don't know what you're doing. And really, it might even be getting to a loss of a baby. I know it's not a nice metaphor, but I promise you it's exactly the same. When you're working manifesting your twin flame union, doing it alone is exactly the same thing. You do things randomly. You don't know what you're doing. You just read about random people on the internet and do that and just wait. Like you treat your twin flame like a normal person, which is not. A twin flame is something completely different from another relationship. Therefore, you need the right information. Without the right information and the right support, there is no way for you to get it right, to do it easy. It will take you years, if even it will be managed to be done in this lifetime. If you're serious about being with your twin flame, the safest way is the most guaranteed way is to do it with a coach. That is when everything changed in my reality. Like, I don't think I would be here today if I didn't claim my support. Like, think about going through that pregnancy with all the help you could possibly ask for. You have your equip at home, people that check you every day, that support you, that give you the right information. Every time you have a crisis, you call for help and you just go, okay, so what is happening? You know, is the baby okay? And then at birth, you have a whole equip of people that is checking out for the baby. How different is the experience? Very different. So this was really one of the biggest mistakes that I did and that I would never do again. The last point, and this is very important, but before that, if you didn't do it yet, you can like and subscribe to the channel because my purpose is to bring twin flames couples in union in the best possible way without wasting any time the way I did it. The fourth lesson is if you are attached to your twin flame, you see it like a person that you want in your life, that vibration will really lower your manifestation process because it's kind of like you want to keep it, but they are not somebody that you keep or that you have for you. They are you. They're your soul. So you cannot really get them, have them. They are already within you. It's simply a realization that you already have it within yourself. For example, I could see that my false twin flame was a false twin flame only when I detached completely from him. Because I was so attached to him, I wanted him to be my twin flame. Until I got to a point of healing where I realized the truth, but only because I could release all the attachment. And the attachment normally comes from wanting something from that person, believing that the person will give you something. And it's very easy to release the attachment with the mirror exercise. And once that you do that, you basically free yourself and you open up the possibility to your true twin flame. Because you don't know who your true twin flame is. It might be anyone. There are no conditions that may prevent him to be. If you're attached to a specific kind of person, physical characteristics, you will never see your true twin flame. So it's very important to release any attachment from all of this and just be open to receive your true twin flame, whoever that is. Otherwise, you will stay stuck in basically a cycle of normal relationships and just wanting that person, like fixating on somebody. I really hope that this will support you and will make you avoid some mistakes before you do them. And if you want to deep dive the third party situation, so if your twin flame is married with somebody else, please check out this next video that I'm going to do. It will be posted in a few days, so stay tuned because it will be updated as soon as it's loaded. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.